A couple of hours ago, I was mindlessly scrolling through Facebook straight after training. And normally it's just a bunch of stupid, degenerate memes on there. But I ran into this one post that made me think about it for about 10 minutes. When I show you the post, you're going to think it's really stupid and cringe. But when you give it a bit of deep thought, you're going to realize that this is the most philosophical, deeply brutal meme you've ever seen in your life. So here it is. Whoever made this was obviously making a bit of a joke, right? About how men tend to, start doing these things after a breakup or whatever. But it really made me think back to the times when I was going through some genuine trauma. And that was really the reason I was there training martial arts in the first place. And honestly, that period where a man goes through some form of trauma, it doesn't need to be heartbreak. Obviously, this is what most of the kuffar go through. But going through anything that's going to crush your soul, that's going to make you feel like you're a complete loser, that's going to be the most beautiful period of your life. Now, I'm not going to get into details of what exactly I was going through in those times, but all I will tell you is that I was literally in pain 24/7. Just my mind attaching me. Like, I don't know if too many guys go through this, and I'll probably get called a pussy for being a Muslim man on self-improvement talking about this. But honestly, man, like, the things I was going through, they were weighing on my chest. It felt like I had like a dumbbell on my chest the whole time. The only way to alleviate that was through brutal hustling in the things that I enjoyed. And it led me to making the most important decision of my life, which was joining martial arts. Don't get me wrong, I'm not some crazy pro fighter who's about to make it to UFC. I'm just an amateur if anything. But the way those first 6 months of non-stop training changed my life, it's absolutely beyond comprehension. Now, if you watch this far into the video and you are anything like me in terms of your personality, you have the capacity to go through these 6 months right now. You might be thinking, oh, I'm not even going through anything right now. Nothing major happened in my life. But honestly, it's all inside you right now. You're just denying it. Just go back and think about all the times that you felt like you're not good enough for your family because you weren't getting as good of grades as your siblings, like your brothers or your sisters. They were excelling at everything and you were just a pussy, not being able to do anything. Think about this idea that you're not good enough for your family, bro. Think about those times you got bullied at school or uni and you just couldn't do anything about it because you were such a pussy. Whatever you thought of, I want you to bring those insecurities into the surface. They're all in there and they are weighing you down. You've just been denying them this whole time. I want you to bring it up and I want you to accept them. I want you to accept that you're a loser. Just say to yourself, yeah, I'm a loser. So what? At least I'm a G. Say something like that. And now what? If you do this right, the result is going to be you not caring about what anyone thinks. Anyone in your work, anyone in your family, you won't care. Because the only reason you care so much about their opinion is because you are so afraid to be seen as a loser. But if you've already accepted that you're the type of guy who's gonna lose, but who's gonna keep trying, then it's not gonna matter anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now, if you go to a Muay Thai gym and you are training and you're being really trash and you're getting beat up, you're not gonna care about what everyone else is gonna think of you. You're not gonna care that people will laugh at you because in your mind you are comfortable with being a loser. Next step, after you've gained this bursting energy of not giving a damn about anything, here are 2 things that I want you to master in the next 6 months. And if you master these, which is completely doable for anyone, if you have 2 arms and legs, anybody can do this. Once you master these 2 things, you will essentially be set for the rest of your life. When it comes to finances, women, fitness, health, everything is going to be set up in your life. You just need to do these couple of things every week, at least 3 or 4 times. So the number 1 thing, I need you to do what I did, which is learning martial arts. Now, some people will click off this video because they will think, oh, that's such stupid basic advice, but I'm going to convince you right now to do it. When you learn some form of martial arts. By the way, here are the four essential ones that you need to learn. You can just choose one of them. Boxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, or Muay Thai. When you learn one of these and you stick to it for 6 months, you show up almost every day, or at least 3 or 4 times. Bro, firstly, you'll have friends everywhere you go. Even if you move to Switzerland, to some, really small town, you won't have any friends, right? How are you going to make any friends? You look like this, and everybody looks so different from you. Well, martial arts breaks all these barriers. There will always be some form of a striking or grappling gym close to any town, any suburb you live in. Even if you're in like the smallest town in Norway, you're gonna find a gym. And what happens when you go into these gyms, even if you have a little bit of skill, even if you know a bit of striking here and there, people there will start to respect you for it. They're like, oh, he knows some striking. He can beat the beginners. And suddenly you are gaining respect. So firstly, you have respect everywhere you go, and you can make friends anywhere you go. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of the benefits of learning martial arts. You'll never struggle with confidence. You'll never struggle with your health, fitness, any of this depression, anxiety. It all goes to zero, bro. The second thing I want you to master, and this one might be slightly more important depending on what you value, but that will be learning sales for 6 months. The way you do this is basically you just get a sales job. And trust me, these sales jobs are really easy to get. I'll explain why in a second. Now, you're probably thinking already that this is way too much to do. Learning martial arts, sales, like how are you going to go about this? What are you going to do? Trust me, bro. I'm going to give you some practical advice. And this is going to be super easy. You don't even need to put that much effort. You just need to know that you don't care about what anyone thinks. That's all you need. You might be thinking that you are too busy. But honestly, what are your priorities in life? Do you value confidence, mental health, fitness, finance? Is that what you value? Then stop caring about the stupid university degree or helping your uncle with cleaning his car, which you're not even doing, you're just pretending. Bro, once you learn these two things, you're literally going to improve in every priority that you have in your life right now. Now, the biggest benefit of learning sales is even after 6 months of having basic sales experience, you'll essentially be able to get a job anywhere. Even remotely, there's a whole ton of remote sales jobs. Like the job I work in, I can either work remotely, I can work at the office, I can do whatever I want. And most sales jobs are exactly like this. And the thing with sales is that there's about a 50% turnover rate. I might be wrong, it might be like 40%. But bro, like everybody always leaves sales jobs. So they're always hiring. You're not gonna have any issue having a job. Even if you have a degree in this day and age, like you finish like a psychology engineering degree, you're not gonna be able to get a job, bro. Like it's gonna be hard without experience. Whereas with sales, you just learned a small thing. You didn't spend hundreds of thousands trying to get a degree. You're not in debt. You just know this small thing and now everybody wants you. That's what it is. On top of that, you never struggle with getting women, bro. The process of selling a product is exactly the same as picking up a woman. Once you master sales, all you need to do is go up and apply these things into relationships and everything is going to work out. A lot of people will watch this and say, oh, you're telling me to work a job, but I want to start an online business, start a side hustle. This idea is becoming very popular. But honestly, bro, 90% of businesses fail in their first year. Do you know this? This is a real statistic. On top of that, even if you do start some dropshipping business, for the first like 2-3 years, you're going to be working non-stop. And I'm not saying you shouldn't start it at some point, but if you want security and you want to learn some applicable skills at your job, sales is going to be way better for you. You can literally, sit in a beach in Bali and just have like your headset and a computer and you can work from anywhere you want. I can literally do that. I can literally spend my day at the beach and do a whole working shift at the same time. 99% of people who are going to watch this video aren't going to do any of these. And this is exactly why they will struggle in their relationships. When they get married, their wife won't be satisfied with them. They will struggle to make friends because they don't have any valuable skills. Honestly, man, I don't understand why every man is not doing this. It literally takes 6 months. It's really not that long of a time, bro. Let's say you start tomorrow. Like, you don't need to do anything. You basically just all you need to do is just, apply for a bunch of sales jobs. Now, make a resume and just lie about experience. Say you have 1 or 2 years experience doing like real estate agency or something. No one is gonna actually check you, trust me. And then you apply to a whole bunch of sales jobs. Now, make sure it's not cold calls, and preferably it should be inbound call taking. And bro, once you apply, that's it. Just leave it at that. Just apply. That's the first step. And then write an email to your closest gym or apply on the website and try to get like a free trial class. Like, I don't care if it's a week ahead or 2 weeks ahead. Once you get those two things, bro, that's it. You're balling. For the next 6 months, I want you to have tunnel vision. Forget about everything else in your life. Forget about uni. Forget about women. Just focus on grinding on these two skills, and within 6 months, you're gonna be set for life. Now, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel. I got so many more tips like this coming your way. And here's a couple playlists I made. You might want to check them out because honestly, bro, these are fire.